Hello, welcome back. So here in this, we will take another example to calculate the coordinates of a complex area. So here we have to again locate the centroid of the plate as shown in the figure. So this time we have this figure and we have to locate its centroid. So in this figure, again, if we want to divide this area, we can have we can divide this into some regular figure. For example, the area A, it is rectangle. Similarly, we can divide this into the second area as triangle, third as a quadrant circle, and the fourth one is D as semicircle. So in this you can see semicircle is basically a cutout. So the area of this semicircle D will be treated as negative area. So we can divide them into four segment. So four segment is rectangle plus triangle plus quadrant circle and minus semicircular area. So that is the total area of this complex body. Now our next step is to find out x approx and y approx for each four body, and then we have to tabulate them to do the further calculation. So moment arms with respect to x-axis and y-axis we need to calculate. So again here you can see in this body I have fixed y-axis and x-axis here. You can fix y and x-axis anywhere before, but after that you should not move that anywhere. You have to measure all the values with reference to that fixed position of the x-axis and y-axis. So I have fixed y-axis which is passing again through the complex body. It means the x approx coordinate of quadrant circle will be treated as negative. So in this, uh, if we take the area of A, so in that case, x approx will be how much? It will be 3 meter, 3 inch actually. It will be 3 inch. Similarly, y approx for area A will be uh, the height is how much? It is 3 inch. So it will be 1.5 inch. Okay, similarly, if we take the area B, its x approx, it will be, I mean the CG of this individual area B, it will be here. So with reference to y-axis, what will be the value? This one. So that will be our x approx for area B. I'm writing this as x approx B. Similarly, the y approx for this with reference to x-axis, it will be y approx B. Similarly, for area A also I will locate. So this was the x approx A, and this was the y approx of A. So till now we have calculated for A and B. Similarly for C, I'm making it on the separate page. If this is y-axis and this is x-axis. So in that case, the centroid of this quadrant circle will be somewhere here. So this coordinate, which is x approx, it will be 4r by 3 pi. I think this is the value of x approx, and the same value will be for y approx also, which will be 4r by 3 pi. So y approx will be positive, but as you can see, the quadrant is located on the left of the y-axis, so therefore x approx will be taken as negative in our case. Okay. Similarly for semicircle also, in this uh, in the semicircle, the centroid will be somewhere here, and along this centroid y-axis is passing, which means x approx value of this centroid of this semicircle will be 0, but we need to have y approx value for this, and y approx value will be, again I think it will be 4 by 3 r by pi. I think these value you can find from the common areas that I have shown earlier in the slide. So from there you can find out the coordinates of the semicircle and quadrant. And Yes, here also I have written that coordinate of area C, x coordinate of area C will be negative because it is on the left of y-axis. So now we can make the table and do the calculation. So we have now 4 segment: rectangle, triangle, quadrant, circle and semicircle, and the area of semicircle we have taken this as negative. Similarly, we can have x approx value, y approx value for all these things. So you can see here 4r by 3 pi is the x approx, and we have taken this negative y because it is on the left of y-axis. So putting all the values and then determining the product of x approx, ay approx for each area and doing the summation. So once we get this summation, then we will have our formula for x bar and y bar. So now finally we will be required these 3 values which we have just calculated in the previous table. You can see here this one, this one, this one and this one. So I am showing you that here, and now putting the value of x bar here, we can put the value and we get the value of x bar as 2.73 inch. Similarly, to get the y bar value, we get this one. We get the value of 1.42. So we can locate this value in this common figure. So the centroid of the figure will be here. So this is the centroid. So with reference to x-axis, this is the y bar value, and with reference to y-axis, this is the x bar value which we have just calculated. So this is how we calculate the centroid of the composite area. So that is the solution of example 4. Thank you.